Reading notes on both the D and the A string. We have open D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. For the sake of time and syllables, we are only going to be calling them F and C because that's just adding a whole lot of words in there. So let's look at this first line. It's more of just a scale. Just quarter notes and one half note at the end. So we're going to say it before we play it, then we're going to do the fingers, and then we're going to do the bow. So let's say it first. Ready, go. D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D. Now let's do the fingers. The tricky part is coming back from 0 fingers to all 3 fingers over on the D string. So be very careful that bum 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 bum. I always recommend my students put down all 3 fingers when they come down from the string before it, because you are most likely going to use it and it's going to help with your intonation, how in tune you are. So let's say it and do the fingers at the same time. 1, 2, ready, go. D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D. Always make sure you're very comfortable with doing both before you go on. 1, 2, ready, go. So let's look at that next line. We have just quarter notes and half notes. So let's say it before we play it. D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, A, G, F, E, F, E, D. As I play that open A, I'm going to have that 3rd finger ready to go over top of my D string. So have that hovering over top. So let's do just the fingers and say it at the same time. Ready, go. D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, A, G, F, E, F, E, D. So let's play it with the bow. 1, 2, ready, go. Next line. Let's say it before we play it. D, E, D, F, D, G, D, A, D, B, D, C, D, D. So we have the petal note. A petal note is the note that we keep returning to. Bum, 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 bum. And we're going to leave those fingers down over on the A string as we continue up. D, E, D, F, bum, bum. So let's try this out with our fingers and saying at the same time. And I want you to really be comfortable with this before you move on with the bow. There's a lot less movement than what you think. So let's say it and do the fingers. Ready, go. D, E, D, F, D, G, D, A, D, B, D, C, D, D. I left those down. And when I have all 3 fingers down, when I have the 3rd finger down, I have all 3 fingers down. So let's try to play that. 1, 2, ready, go. hold all the way over to the other string before you move the bow. If you need to slow this down or put a pause between while you're practicing, then do so. There's no wrong way to practice as long as you are getting the result that you want. Let's look at the next line. Let's look at that next line, line 4. Hopping back and forth between the A string and the D string. So A, B, C, D, D, E, F, G. See that big jump that we have there going from that high D to that open D? We want them to sound the same but different octaves. So high D to then open D. Let's say that again. A, B, C, D, D, E, F, G, D, C, B, A, D, A, D. I'm going to roll my fingers over from the D string over to the A string. So this is the benefit of using just the fingers and your mouth before you actually play. So let's try that. Just fingers and saying it. Ready, go. A, B, C, D, D, E, F, G, D, C, B, A, D, A, D. So I'm not actually rolling my arm at all. I did that just to show you. A, B, C, D, D, E, F, G, D, C. That's just that little tiny movement right there. So keep practicing that and then bring in the bow. Ready, go. Rewind it until you are very comfortable with saying it, doing the fingers, and playing it with the bow. Let's look at that 5th line. We are starting with the 3rd finger on the A string. That is D. And we're going to continue that little scale down and hop around a little bit. I don't like how I said that at all. So let's look at the last line, number 5. We're starting with all 3 fingers on the A string, and that is D. A, B, C, D. So let's say it. D, C, B, A, B, C, G, F, G, A. Rest, rest. D, C, B, A, F, G, A, G, F, E, D. Now, if you are more advanced or you have experience using that 4th finger, I would suggest you using the 4th finger right here so that you aren't switching back and forth. There's no string crossings, and we're going to really work that 4th finger. Keep it nice and curled as we do that. So let's try that with just the fingers. When I am going from that C sharp to that G, I'm leaving that 2 down and I'm going to reach over because there's no real difference there. I'm just going to reach over just like that. So rewind and practice as much as you have to. 1, 2, fingers go. D, C, B, A, B, C, G, F, G, A, rest, rest. D, C, B, A, F, G, A, G, F, E, D. So let's do that with the bow. 1, 2, ready, go.